Hi guys, following the chaos in the House of Commons on Wednesday evening, a number of Tory MPs were talking about the collapse of the government. Now, Liz Truss has completely lost control, and if it wasn't the fracking/confidence vote that sunk her, perhaps it was the sacking of her Home Secretary, Suella Braverman. Truss has gone through a Chancellor and a Home Secretary in the space of just 2 months. But Brexit Hardman Steve Baker suggested that the Home Secretary could be back, and that this was a demonstration of Liz Truss's resilience. What the hell?
Former Home Secretary took a serious swipe at the Prime Minister for failing clearly. The message was, I've taken responsibility, you're not taking responsibility for your failures, which adds to the enormous pressure already on Liz Truss, doesn't it?
In the course of doing this media round, which I was asked to do by Number 10, I did speak with Number 10, and they invited me to say that the Prime Minister would like to be able to reappoint Suella in the new year. So, that is a measure of the resilience of the Prime Minister. She would like to be able to reappoint Suella in the new year. So, I think that we're in a position where that's not merely a gesture, it's also not a commitment. Things will be where they are. But, the Prime Minister's willing to consider reappointing Suella in the new year. I saw the Prime Minister earlier.
Well, I guess it begs the question, will the Prime Minister be there?
Exactly. Will Liz Truss still be there in the new year? Will she be there by Christmas? Will she be there next week? It's looking more and more likely that she'd be gone in a number of days. The situation is so desperate. She sacked her Chancellor and her Home Secretary resigned and wrote a pretty damning letter in that saying that, I've taken responsibility for my mistakes. You have to take responsibility for yours. Now, there is also, I think, a political game here that Suella Braverman is trying to play. She wants to put herself in a position where she could take over perhaps from Liz Truss. She's trying to build some sort of support base. But Liz Truss is on the way out, and she's not going to be appointing anyone in the new year, unless it's like a cleaner or something for her house. She's not going to be appointing anyone to the cabinet. There won't be a Liz Truss cabinet. There mightn't be one next week. But notice here that Brexit Hardman Steve Baker wouldn't actually answer the question. He wouldn't talk about why Liz Truss is under massive amount of pressure, and the fact that this pressure is coming from now, adding to the cascade of other pressures, now the former Home Secretary. What a mess. I'm trying to control my language here. What an absolute mess. And to suggest that this is resilience on the side of Liz Truss, on the part of Liz Truss, absolute rubbish, bonkers. That's what it is. Absolute bonkers. And what needs to happen now is there needs to be a general election, and this party needs to be removed from power. Now, of course, Steve Baker doesn't want that to happen because he's likely to lose his seat. And then we won't be hearing from Steve Baker for any amount of time, which would be a terrible thing. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.